What's up, guys? I have a cool new knife for you today. I'm going to be doing a review of. This is the Three Rivers Manufacturing Nomad, and actually I got lucky. They had like one or two left that they posted on Instagram, and I was like, and they had it at a discounted price because they were used by the owner, I guess, or somebody, and yeah, I jumped on it, and they don't make these anymore. They came out with a one that's kind of different, but it's still kind of the same size, but different different handle shape, and I think the blade cutout is different also. But let's dive right into it, and then we're also going to do a little bit of modding on this knife. So the blade on here is a CPM 154, so very good steel. It's almost two and a quarter inch blade. It is a flat ground blade with a heavy stone wash, and you can see the stone wash on here. And it did come kind of dull, so I am going to be putting my edge on here. Let's get the measurements for you. Alright, and that's the stock, and let me do behind the edge. There it is behind the edge. While I have it out, just do the handle thickness. Okay, under half inch. So that's the blade. Deployment method, it deploys by this thumb hole. So it is a little, you can't flick it out with your thumb. You can, I have flicked it out with my ring finger, but it takes an extreme amount of effort. Let me try to do it. Yeah, I can't do it behind the camera, but I have done it with an extreme amount of effort. The action is kind of smooth. That's actually one thing we're going to work on. So what happens is this titanium, there's two titanium bars right here, and that it has a stop pin right there that's hooked to these things, and it basically applies tension to the tang of the blade, and then there's the stopping point right there, and then it also stops in the closed position. So it is a friction folder or non-locking knife, but it does, with that bar tension, it does lock up pretty good, and to shut it, it does require some effort, and you have that finger guard there to stop it. So the action, and it is running on a pivot bushing and bronze washers, so I'll show you that when I take it apart. So it's pretty impressive how they built it. I don't think they built the other knives that they made like this, like with a bushing in it. So this is pretty cool. So the value, I bought it for $125 used, and I think new it was $175. So if you look at what you're getting, carbon fiber scales, this is real carbon fiber, and you can order new scales for it. They actually still have scales for this. I just ordered a pair of JG10 scales, so they should be coming tomorrow or the next day. The ergos are very good. You can get a full 4-finger grip on there, and the blade, because the tang, it's not going to close on your hand. So the ergos are very good. It has jimping along the spine. That could be done without. You don't really need that. No jimping on the blade. That's where you would need it, is on the top of the blade right here, not back here. That doesn't do anything for you. But it does have a good, speaking of the blade one more time, it does have a good sharpening choil there, so that's cool too. Pocket clip is one of the best I've seen on a knife. It folds right over the knife. That's really cool. You'll see how good it is inside of a pocket. Just completely disappears. No visibility of it whatsoever. So just very good pocket clip. And the weight is very good also. 2.5 ounces, so very good, like I said. Alright, now let's try to do a couple of improvements that I've been wanting to do. First thing I'm going to do is this is kind of sharp right here, so I'm going to knock these points down, and also right here on the handle, right at this corner, these corners are kind of sharp. So I have some sandpaper. Let's see. Have some sandpaper here, so let me knock some of these edges down. Yeah, that took care of that. So this is all titanium in here, all titanium handles, and I'll be taking it apart because the next part, after I knock down these, this is 2000 grit sandpaper, so it should be a pretty fine finish. The next thing I'm going to do is try to smooth out the action a little, because this blade is so heavily stone washed. The tang of the blade was actually stone washed too, so it's not that smooth, but it can be smooth because of the bushings and everything. But this is what makes these knives cool too. If you want to swap the scales, all you got to do, take out one, take out the other, and the scale comes right off, and you can put the new one right over top. You don't have to take the pivots out. You have to loosen this one to get around this to change that one, but this will let you see kind of the mechanism. So it has that pin, and the cutout, the titanium is right here, so that's what's providing all the tension. And so let's see. So now I'm going to take the blade out, and I'm going to smooth out the tang of the blade, and so I believe this pocket clip is also reversible, because you can remove it, and there's a little tab right here. You can switch it to that side and wear it on this side, so that's good. It's reversible. And take the pivot out. Everything is very well made on this knife, so one thing that's going to be hard. Okay, there we go. Okay, and now you can see that this is the washer around it, and then you can see there's a pivot bushing. Hold on. Very thick washer, so like I said, it's built very, very good. Gonna need to take these out, put them over here. Alright, this is the kind of tricky part, because this is lodged in here, but it's also putting pressure on here. So let me try to remove the pressure, and that will free the blade. So got a little tool here. Okay, so there you can see the pivot bushing right there, and then like I said, nice big bronze washers on both sides. Now this is what I want to shine up here, because that's going to make the knife action smooth. So what I have is, I'll clean this off for a second. What I have is my strop, and so I'm going to be seeing what the strap can do for it. You can see that it has worn a path already, but to break it in more, it's always good to get it really shiny. Alright, so basically I just want to show you how awesome the pivot is on this knife. But it's a very big hole. Also a pivot bushing on a friction folder. Who does that? That's like just really cool. And like I said, the thickness of these washers are very thick and sturdy, so I'm not going to do a whole reassembly because it's kind of tough with this bar here. This actually does come out and put it back in and stuff, but I'm gonna try to make it a little smooth, and I believe it will be smoother. But I'm gonna keep polishing the tang, and if anything happens, I'll give you guys an update. But this is the Nomad by 3 Rivers Manufacturing. Take care.